The Liverpool Public Library presents Using Libby with Other Libraries. In the previous video, Getting Started with Libby, I briefly mentioned that you could set up Libby to use other libraries, and said that I'd talk more about that some other time. Well, now is the acceptable time. But first, let's talk about what other libraries means. I'm not talking about the other member libraries in our OCPL system. I'm talking about other, totally different library systems. For example, in addition to OCPL, I've got both the New York Public Library and the E-Library of New Jersey on my iPad. And I know snowbirds who have both Liverpool and the library at their winter refuge on their devices. How do you do that? Well, first you gotta join them and have them issue you a card. And how do you join them? Well, the rules are different for each library. Some libraries will let you join them and get a digital library card for a nominal annual fee no matter where you actually live. Some libraries will let you join them for free if you live, work, or go to school anywhere in the state, but wouldn't mind a small donation. Some libraries are very particular, saying that you can only have a card if you can prove that you actually live in their town, even if just for the summer or winter, and won't take your money at all. And some libraries in resort areas will let you have a card if you just give them the address of the hotel or motel you're staying at. Some libraries will give you an actual physical library card for in case you ever visit them in person. Others will simply issue you a digital library card, just the number and PIN, for you to use with their digital collection. They're all different, so you need to contact them to find out. And why would you want to join another library? After all, we are the best. Well, as I mentioned before, maybe you're a snowbird who spends part of the year here and part of the year somewhere warmer. Or maybe you have a summer vacation home up north in Canada. Or maybe you want to take advantage of the larger collection of a much larger library system. I mean, I'll admit that we're great, but we can't have everything. And quite frankly, even a smaller library system will have some things that we don't. Really, it doesn't hurt to have access to more than one library system. And it won't bother us if you get a card from somewhere else too. So first, you got to get that library card and make a note of its number and PIN. And in this case, we want the Halifax Public Library. So now we'll go to Libby on my iPad and take it from there. Once you're in Libby, tap on the little Libby head at the bottom of the screen, and this brings up a new section on the right-hand side of the screen. Under Your Libraries, you'll see the libraries you have cards for. Fiona has cards for both OCPL and New York Public. You'll also see the option to look at cards individually and the option to add a library. That's the one we want. Tap on that. This brings you to a new screen where you can search for a library. Now search for your library, and here we're searching for the Library of Halifax. That's the one in Nova Scotia, by the way, not North Carolina, Virginia, or anywhere else. This gives you a screen for adding that library. Tap on Enter Library Account Details, and now you can enter your library card number. Then tap on Sign In. And surprise! Not all library systems require you to enter a PIN to sign into Libby. And some systems even take you to an outside website to authenticate your card number. But in any event, here we are. We've now entered our card for the Halifax Public Library into Libby, and we can start checking out digital materials just like we do from OCPL. Don't like the fact that this one just says linked card? Well then, tap on Rename Card, and you can make it say anything you want. We're going to change this one to say Fiona 2111. Hit Save, and voila! And then if you hit Next, you're at the screen for the Halifax Public Libraries. And if you tap on Libby's head, we'll see that the Halifax Public Libraries is one of the cards now available. See how easy that was? If you want to use this library, just make sure you tap on its card and are looking at its screen when you do your search. And that's it. As I said before, you can use other libraries with Libby, but remember to always eventually come back to us.